Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the official launch of the UDC Strategic Plan for 2024 through 2029. As you know, the plan is entitled Delivering on the Promise. I'm April Massey, UDC's Chief Academic Officer. Today we gather to celebrate a future filled with opportunity, excellence, and community impact. Let's embrace this moment of collaboration and commitment as we embark on this exciting journey together. Dr. Eddington.
Good afternoon. Let me start by just welcoming you all to our campus today. Some of you may know that we're celebrating our homecoming week, and we have been partying since last Saturday. Madam Mayor, no exaggeration. The party has been rolling since last Saturday. And so, you know, sometimes things work out the way they're supposed to be, right? Because we had previously scheduled this event for a few weeks ago, and we had an incident that took place, and then look what God did for us today, you all. This is a blessing. I'm so excited. And I'm just happy to be here today to really formally launch this strategic plan. First, I'd like to formally extend greetings to all of our student leaders and the entire student body. Beautiful. Our esteemed faculty, our diligent staff, our proud alumni, and members of the greater UDC community. Just welcome and thank you. And I also want to take a few minutes to recognize a few individuals and thank them. They've been critical partners in helping UDC become all it is today, and as well as positioning us for what's ahead of us in the future. First and foremost, DC Mayor Muriel Bowser, thank you so much for your support. And I often say this privately, so I'm not saying it just because you're here. But what I say very privately internally is that you've been a great supporter for us. I have heard you in places where you didn't know I was there speaking in support of this institution and me personally. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Also, another one of our most tremendous supporters, Ward 3 Councilmember Matt Fruman. Thank you, sir. Another staunch supporter of UDC. Deputy Mayor Paul Kahn, my partner in crime. There he is. Thank you, sir. Strong supporter. And one of our most proud alums, Director of Parks and Recreation, Thenie Freeman. There you go. Welcome and thank you. It's such a pleasure. I also like to recognize and thank the members of the UDC Board of Trustees. We have our chair, Chris Bell, here, as well as several other trustees. Would you all join me in just welcoming and thanking them for their strong support? I also want to recognize those that put the work in to develop our plan. Right? That's our Strategic Plan Committee, our Strategic Plan Working Group, our Strategic Plan Advisory Council, our faculty, and our staff. Each of you invested your time and energy into making this document a dynamic, innovative, and bold path forward for this institution. Thank you. And I also want to thank the members of our senior leadership team and their staff for the work that you do on a daily basis. It is with your leadership that we are able to effectively execute the vision that's laid out in this bold plan. And I also want to acknowledge and thank the First Lady, my wife, Tanya. Yes. As you all know, she is one of UDC's biggest supporters. Delivering on the promise. These words were very carefully selected, specifically chosen for this plan, this roadmap for the future of our great institution. For some of you, this plan is new. You may be taking a look at the goals and objectives for the first time today, and I encourage you to walk around the room and read. But for myself and many of us who designed the plan, it's been on our minds, it's part of our daily existence for a long time. It's a living, breathing document, and I think about it every morning when I get up literally. As soon as it was crafted, though, I could not wait to start talking about it and get the word out. And although we are formally launching Delivering on the Promise today, I've been promoting it, articulating it, and advancing it in my speeches, conversations for several months now. And as I said way back in February at our Founders Day, I said the word promise is synonymous with commitment. It also means potential. And so to deliver on the promise is to fully commit to and fully realize our immense potential as an institution. UDC is the only public university in the district, Madam Mayor, and a proud HBCU dating back to 1851. That's right. We have evolved through many iterations from a 19th century teachers college for young black women to the multifaceted UDC of today. But at each step along the way, we have had the same core values: social justice, access to opportunity, service to our community, the district. And today we are drawing on our legacy and our core values, where we've been and who we are, as momentum propelling us toward where we are going. Delivering on the Promise lays out 5 bold goals for this university. UDC will become a world-class flagship university for the nation's capital and the 51st state. That's right. Every state in the union has a flagship university, and we have to support Madam Mayor in making sure the 51st state is ready with its flagship institution. That's right. We're going to be a national model for urban student success, a workforce and economic mobility engine and driver for the district, a research and innovation hub that addresses the district's most critical challenges and opportunities, and a university that unites all of its stakeholders in support of a shared vision for one UDC. That's what we're going to do with this plan. And we will get there with your support, everyone. For a plan is no good if it is not executed. It does not make its way off of the shelf without you, and we need to get it into the classrooms and into the community so that's a breathing, living document. And it's with the continued support and investment from the people in this room and the broader UDC and DC community that we can bring this vision to life. That UDC can live up to its ultimate potential, that UDC can transform into a premier university for the district and the nation. And before I close, I just want to acknowledge and thank the university community, which played an integral role in shaping the strategic plan. During the planning process, we saw unprecedented levels of engagement, particularly from our student body. These collective insights help to ensure that the plan not only reflects the goals of leadership, but also remains aligned with the needs and aspirations of our diverse community. I want to give special thanks to several key contributors from the UDC ecosystem to our students who are the heart and soul of this university. Thank you. To our faculty, Dr. King-Berry, for inspiring our students every day. That's right. Thank you. For our staff, for maintaining operational excellence. And for our alumni, for remaining devoted and steadfast in service of the UDC mission. Special thanks also goes to Michael Aiken and the dynamic team at Link Strategic Partners who have been with us every step of this journey. Thank you for your support, and thank you for helping make this vision a reality. Thank you all. Go Firebirds. Right.
I just want to take a brief pause because I didn't have an introduction written for my president, but I think it's important that we note that he's a year and about 4 months into this presidency, and he has hit the ground running, so I want to say thank you to you. So thank you to Dr. Eddington. It is now my pleasure to welcome one of our student leaders who will introduce our distinguished mayor, Mayor Muriel Bowser. Please join me in welcoming our Undergraduate Student Government Association President, Mr. Kyle Nolan, to the stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, let me just locate this thing right here. Okay. Firstly, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that came out today. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to welcome you all to the launch of the UDC Strategic Plan. Today, we gather not just to envision the future of our university, but also to celebrate the leadership and commitment to the community that has shaped our great city. Mayor Muriel Bowser, the 7th elected mayor of Washington, D.C., has served our hometown in elected office since 2004. Before, as an advisory neighborhood commissioner, a member of the D.C. Council, and mayor since 2015. On November 8, 2022, she became only the second person elected 3 times as the mayor of Washington, D.C. She's also the first African-American woman to be elected 3 four-year terms as mayor of an American city. Under Mayor Bowser's leadership, our city has undergone transformative change. She has reset DC's global competitiveness, spearheaded affordable housing initiatives, and overseen record enrollment growth in our public schools. Her focus on diversifying the economy has paved the way for innovation and sustainability in our community. In the face of unprecedented challenges, including the COVID-19 pandemic and social justice movements, Mayor Bowser's resilience and crisis management skills have truly been inspiring. She has guided us through turbulent times, delivering over $2 billion in relief and crafting recovery strategies that have rapidly restored our city's economic health. Mayor Bowser has been a champion for equity, establishing initiatives to support small businesses, expand youth employment opportunities, and promote racial equity across all city services. Her commitment to affordable housing is exemplified by her historic investment of $1 billion to combat homelessness and ensuring that all families can thrive in our city. As we embark on this strategic journey for UDC, let us draw inspiration from Mayor Bowser's vision and tenacity. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce a remarkable leader who has dedicated her life to public service, economic development, and social equity. The mayor continues to uplift our city and pave a way for a brighter future for all Washingtonians. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Well, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you. Please give Kyle a big round of applause for that great introduction. I want to give Dr. Eddington a rousing applause. I have to tell you, Dr. Eddington, when I was invited here, I thought I was going to be sitting around a board table meeting with the board. But in true Dr. Eddington fashion, he invited the whole UDC community. So we appreciate you. Now, I'm not an alum, but do I get to say what's the word? Good afternoon, Firebirds. Mr. Chairman, members of the board, Mrs. Eddington, and students, thank you for inviting me. I want to wish you a happy homecoming, and it is great to be here for the formal launch of your strategic plan, delivering on the promise. I want to thank Dr. Eddington for his vision and working with all of you to talk about and decide. I feel like I was interviewed about this strategic plan a year ago, and you have been diligent in reaching out to everyone about what it takes to make our goal a reality and to make UDC the flagship institution for the nation's capital. I was with another university leader earlier, and I was talking about Dr. Eddington. I told him that I had been at the swearing in for Dr. Eddington, who the board did an outstanding job in recruiting. So thank you to the board for that. And I said, Dr. Eddington came to this university having had a very successful career in higher ed. And the impression I was left with was certainly about his vision for UDC, but that like dozens of people came from Florida to wish him well. So I decided, Dr. Eddington, that didn't mean that they were ready to get rid of you, but they loved you very much, and that they had benefited from your leadership. So I said to myself, that's all I really need to know about this guy. That the people that he was with for like 20 years, right, were wishing him well and grateful for what he had been able to do at his former institution. So this plan, I've been briefed on the plan, Dr. Eddington, and I like it. More students enrolled at UDC. That's a good goal. More students staying at UDC. That's a good goal. More students graduating with degrees and workforce certificates from UDC. That's a great goal. More donations to UDC, and that's a fantastic goal. So these are the types of goals that will help us transform everyone's experience here, Dr. Eddington's ability to recruit and retain the best of the best, and our ability to tell the workforce out here in Washington, D.C., that they don't have to look any further than UDC for their next employees. So those are good goals. I wanted to be here especially because I fervently believe without setting goals, you won't meet them. And I shared that with my team some time ago when we were setting the big goal to create more housing units. It hadn't been done in the United States that any jurisdiction said we're going to do it by neighborhood. 36,000 homes in 5 years. We did it in Washington, D.C. The same is true for working with our small and local businesses, and I'm very grateful to UDC for being part of that commitment. 10 years ago when I became mayor, we were spending about $300 million of the government's money with our small businesses. Last year, we spent $1.4 billion because we set a goal. And we know when UDC sets goals that Dr. Eddington is going to be very focused on getting there. And not just at the end of the year or the end of the 5 years, but at the end of the week. He has a sub-goal, right? And he's going to set the path to get there. I'm grateful for the partnership with UDC as well. I asked Dr. Eddington to be a part of other things that we were working on in the government at large. He has embraced being a part of our public education team, led by Paul Kine, who is here today. So we had the idea of we want more of our HBCU students in government. And so we were here with Howard University's president to launch our HBCU apprenticeship program in government. And now we have 27 participants in their paid internship program with DC government. We asked UDC if you would partner with us on reimagining high school. I like to call it new high school. And UDC said yes. UDC faculty are leading our cybersecurity classes at our Advanced Technical Center, where nearly 200 of our public school students have earned over 2,300 college credits while in high school. So UDC is a key piece of our public education system. We are proud that 3-year-olds across the District of Columbia have access to universal pre-K. And I love to say, I have a 6-year-old, and already my 6-year-old is starting her 4th year of free school in the District of Columbia. So we know that our system is a bright spot in the city, and UDC is an integral part of it. We are very proud. Now I'm going to get down to the dollars and cents like Dr. Eddington likes. We have $100 million capital investment supporting a state-of-the-art library and brand new athletic field right here at UDC. We are grateful for our partnership to build the DC archives on the UDC campus. We're also very happy to have invested in our last budget in advising and retention services that Dr. Eddington knows will help move the UDC forward. So UDC represents a lifelong commitment certainly from me and our city to support learning opportunities around a person, a DC resident's whole lifespan. So to the Firebirds in the room, I know you're going to hear from a fantastic Firebird who works in our administration, Denny Freeman, who leads the Department on Fun. You know what that is? That's the Department of Parks and Recreation. But she is an outstanding example of the talent and brilliance and resilience of UDC alum and a path that is possible. People ask me all the time, like, what is the best part of being mayor, or what do you want your legacy to be as mayor? I tell them I'm still here, I haven't gone anywhere, and we don't have term limits in Washington, D.C. That's what I tell them. But this is one of the best things that I like. We have a great government, and I'm proud when I look across the 37,000 people who work for us that they look like Washington, D.C., and that they represent Washington, D.C. And when I can look at one of our staff who have worked herself up through the government, who has gotten a lot of experience and skills, and I can offer her the opportunity to direct an agency of other Washingtonians, that's what we call giving out a fair shot. And that's what you're going to hear from Denny Freeman. Way to go, Firebirds, and I'm looking forward to these 5 years working with your council member who every time he sits with me, he talks about UDC. And I'll say that while he's here, and I say it privately. This is the council member for UDC. Thank you, Matt.